Hi, this assignment is for Unit 10, Crisis Management Presentation. So in this assignment, I'll be discussing patient 1, who is a 45-year-old male who has been married for 15 years with 2 children. The patient has a history of major depressive disorder and pornography addiction, which has been dealt with through therapy. This addiction has caused some trouble in the marriage, but for the past 5 years, things have been going well in the marriage, and the patient denied looking at porn. MDD symptoms started in his 20s and have been well managed with citalopram, 20 milligrams daily. So he comes in today visibly upset. He reports his wife has been cheating on him for 2 years, and he found out when he came home from work to find his wife and kids gone. A note that detailed her infidelity, and she took the children to live with the man she has been cheating on him with. Divorce proceedings are currently in effect. He states, I had no idea. I know I had my own problems, but 2 years, I feel so stupid. I don't know why I bothered improving myself. I don't know how I can even go on. My work made me take some time off, but I have continued to call in. I'm at risk of losing my job, but I just can't bring myself to go. The kids are my world, and I haven't even talked to them for a month. So he's questioned about suicidal or homicidal ideations. And his reply is that he has been suicidal since she left and has been drinking at least a 6-pack a night. He has plans to shoot himself. When asked what is keeping him from acting on the plans, his response was, my kids, but I'm losing hope I'll ever see or talk to them again. So the question is, what are the next steps? Due to the patient having a plan, he is a plan of suicide. I feel that he should be admitted for inpatient hospitalization. Also, I will have to find out if he has a gun, because he doesn't specify that he has a gun. But if he has the means and the intent to commit suicide, then he should be hospitalized. Upon hospitalization, the patient should be evaluated for a suicidal assessment. If the suicidal assessment is high, although he has been managed on citalopram since his early 20s, the patient can also be placed on lithium for the suicidal ideations due to the new adjustment disorder, um, pending the necessary labs that has to be drawn for that. Um, it is important, it will be important for the patient for us to find out if he is even thinking about harming the wife as well. At this moment, this is a new adjustment for him. So although he feel like he did what he needed to do on his end, he didn't think that it impacted his family as a whole. So CBT therapy would need to be initiated while he's in inpatient, along with family therapy as well with the wife, even though the divorce is already pending, basically. Um, we would need to determine how strong his urge is and what is the best thing that we can do to help. The most important thing for the patient is being there for them. Um, so the steps to initiating an emergency protocol, which this is what this is, because he has the intent. We don't know if he had a means, so we have to evaluate that. So at that point, we're assessing the imminent risk. We are implementing the means restriction, means if we can, we're going to immediately try to get the firearm removed. Upon that, we're initiating an emergency protocol. So that's 911, getting them admitted to prevent any further harm to him himself or others. We need to also draft a crisis response plan. So if acute risk can be safely de-escalated and the patient agrees to treatment, outline a strict plan including coping strategies, support contacts, and professional emergency numbers. We want to leverage crisis resources, meaning we're going to actively involve the patient support system and connect them with immediate resources, such as the 988 Suicide and Crisis Hotline. And with that, we're going to, as they say in nursing, document. We're going to document everything thoroughly, detail the risk assessment, immediate interventions that were taken, justification for the hospitalization, and the safety plan provided to mitigate liability. As I mentioned before, due to the patient being on a citalopram and he was managed well on that, these new things that had came up in his life-changing events. So it could be the major depression with adjustment disorder as well. We want to adjust his medications. So we want to make sure that that we get his medications under control. That's why I was saying the lithium and clozapine are good medications for suicidal ideation. Clozapine comes with a lot of more monitoring opposed to lithium. Lithium does come with monitoring as well, but not as extensive as clozapine. So I would recommend clozapine if CBT does not work with redirection of the patient. Thank you. That is my synopsis for patient number 1.